Oh. Hello, guys. Once again, welcome you to another exciting edition of Manuel TV Sports Channel's daily updates. We have 19 days more for QATAR 2022 World Cup. We are going to look about what things are going to happen for the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Our latest squad for the World Cup. The assistant coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars, Didi Dramani Masood, has spoken. What are the exact words from this coach? You go there and give you the details of everything. You'll be looking up to the budgets. The sports ministry have spoken about the budgets, and you're going to look more into that. But before that, let me add Osikeni to the stream so that we can deliberate on various issues on this particular platform. Osikeni?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How be?
I'm good. I'm good.
I think my spectacle is nicer than yours.
I can see. Charlie, this one is straight from Ghana.
Sure. I hope everything is fine.
Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining our feed. So we are going to look out for certain discussions. Our latest Black Star squad for the World Cup, and the assistant coach has spoken about the latest squad too. The sports ministry have also spoken about the budgets for the World Cup. So we'll be having a discussion about these things. And you'll be looking at the opponents, Portugal, in our group, what they've done so far. But before you join the field, let me go through certain histories that I have about our opponents, Portugal. And any language is being accepted on the platform. Now, Portugal, this is their 8th time of qualifying to the World Cup. Their first time, or their maiden time, happened in the year 1966. That was England, 1966. They were being led by Esbesio. He was then the Ballon d'Or winner. Then they came on 20 years later at Mexico, 1986. That was when they also joined that. But their first time, or their maiden time, at the 1966 World Cup in England, they were able to place third on the tournament. And looking at for the 2002, they joined, that was Korea, Japan. 2006, Portugal was part. 2010, 2014, 2018, and the latest one, 2022. All right, Osikeni, now going into the World Cup, we have exactly 19 days, if my guesses are right, for the World Cup in QATAR. Do you think the squad, that's, I think, the provisional squad, do you think our squad is okay to face all the countries that will be coming?
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you once again for this opportunity. Good evening to you as well. Anytime that anyone will be watching, whether it's morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes. Okay. Talking of World Cup 2022 in Qatar, I think it's also going to give us a new dimension of sports, because this is the first time we are hosting World Cup in such a country, and the feeling and everything going in is different. So looking at our squad, I think we don't have any other players again. The ones we have, we know already, except that maybe we are going to add one or two, let's say, exceptional players to the team. Talking of Salis Abdul Samed, or maybe looking out for Abdulaziz Yakubu, or any other strikers or any attackers who are doing extremely well to add them to the team. I think Ghana, we know our team already. Anyone watching me can mention about 25 players that definitely, or let's say 23 players that definitely they will go to the World Cup. We only need to add one or two to augment our squad. But national team, as we all know, isn't like a club side. The materials you have is what you have. It's just recently that we were able to switch about 5 players in addition to what we were having already. And what we have is what we have. So we need to work with what we have, believe in ourselves, going with the right tactics, approach game after game, set targets, achievable targets for ourselves, and anything can happen. If you look at teams that are coming to the World Cup with the FIFA rankings and everything, definitely Ghana is an underdog. But going into Qatar 2022, anything can happen. I've been saying this, there is no year that Ghana went into World Cup that we are favorite, or we were favorite in our group. No, not even a second favorite or the third. We can go to 2006 World Cup. It wasn't like that. 2010, it wasn't that like that. But we went there to prove countries wrong. So I only hope and pray that this time around, similar thing will happen, and it will all depends on those who are going to handle the team. So it is possible.
Okay.
It is possible.
Okay. And one of the assistant coaches of the Black Stars, Didi Dramani, has spoken. He said, let me read the exact words from Didi Dramani today on Graphic Sports. He said, I think the best we have been able to do now is to put up a structure which will trickle down to the other national teams because of what we want to achieve. We talk a lot to the other national team coaches, and he just came into the squad, the provisional squad for Qatar 2022 World Cup. He has confirmed 30-man provisional squad for the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. They are yet to reduce it to 23 or 26 either. And he said, out of the 30-man provisional squad, 23 or 26 players will be submitted for the tournament. That is what he said. And he also came in to tell us that we will come to the other discussions on that. Okay, so he confirming 30-man provisional squad. Do you think it's okay for the Black Stars so that you can trim it to either 23 or 26?
Oh, okay. That's good. That's a great question. I think 30-man squad wouldn't be bad because no matter what, even if it is 55
and do you think that is the truth? And do you think that is the truth?
Well,
because FIFA gave a range that was 35 to 55, and he confirming 30-man squad. Do you think that is the truth?
Okay, according to FIFA, you can name more than let me say from 35 to 55. I don't think it is by force, strictly by force. You have to name 35 to 55, unless maybe I'm wrong. I think this time around they gave.
We stand to be corrected. We stand to be corrected. Yeah, we stand to be corrected.
Yes. I think they give the countries opportunity to present more than 35 to up to 55 to FIFA first of all. But I think Coach Otado also said it that he doesn't want to name a lot of players, huge squad, before he will trim it down. Definitely.
And even said they are scouting 500 players, of which for this short period they are concentrating on certain few players.
Oh yeah, sure. I think they have been scouting the players since we qualified for the World Cup. The two assistant coaches, we know they haven't been in Ghana for a while now. They are all moving around scouting players. But I think right now the only player, the players that we are scouting them for, we are not scouting for new inclusions. To me, we are only scouting to look at their positional play, their style of play and everything. If you go to watch a player on the match day itself, it is better than watching the player on television. If you're a scout and you are there, you get to know that, this is the best way to use Kamal Bin Suleimana. This is the best way to use Kudus Mohammed. This is the best way to. So, yes, they are scouting. One, they are scouting their opponents. They're also scouting our players, style of play, and other stuff. I don't think they want to add more. So, Coach Otoado said it. Our assistant coach has said it that they are going to name just a small squad so that they can just trim it down. But I feel maybe to be from 30 to 35. But if he says 30, well, let's take it like that. It's coming from the horse's own mouth. So unless the provisional squad is out for us to know, maybe they will not even release the provisional squad. They will just come out with the final squad on November 13th. Sure. Then FIFA will release it for us to know. Just like what Japan too has just named their final squad for the World Cup. So we are looking for it that maybe things will change. Yeah, things will change.
Yeah, and there have been rumors circulating the arena that Callum Hudson-Odoi might be part of the squad. What do you think about that? Do you think we still need Odoi, or for the squad we have, it's okay for the tournaments?
Yes, Odoi is a quality player, no doubt about his qualities. And he has always been a top-notch player, world-class player. The only thing worrying him now is his injury. Since he returned from injury, he hasn't been the Odoi that we used to know at Chelsea. That's the only problem. But if Odoi is on form, he can, do wonders for the Black Stars of Ghana. His situation is dicey, as we all know. He can only play for the Black Stars of Ghana on November 17th. And will FIFA allow us to include him in our squad for the World Cup? That is also another subject to talk about. Exactly. So I think they are still working on him. They are still judging him. So we don't know how far it is, whether they have now come to agreement that yes, you can name the player in the squad so that when you go to the World Cup, he will play for you. We don't know, but I think if we're able to get Odoi, yes, he's a good addition to the team. We have a lot of quality wingers as well. He can also add up no matter what.
Okay. And to my cherished viewers, you can also join the feed in maybe 5 to 10 minutes time so that you can also come out with your suggestions. What do you think should be the best for the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, ahead of the Qatar 2022 World Cup? I'm here with the only richest YouTuber, sports YouTuber indeed, Osikeni TV on Manual TV Sports Channel's platform. Osikeni, let's proceed. Now, let's look out for the budgets that we are preparing for the Qatar 2022 World Cup. The sports minister, Alhaji Mustafa Yusuf, honorable to be specific, just said they will just review everything to read the Ghanaians after the World Cup. What do you think about that?
Okay, in a way, I think I agree. You know, I'm one of the few people who agree to that. I think there has been a lot of brouhaha around the Black Stars of Ghana team. There have been a lot of mayhem around the team for years. And should this budget be reviewed, I'm looking it out in different perspectives. One, if the budget, Ghanaians sees it to be huge, it is going to lower the support that Ghanaians have for the Black Stars of Ghana. Because that will become the subject that right now we are suffering. We all know the economy, how things are going. In fact, money does not like noise. We all know how things are going from Nanado's voice. And yes, and in fact, if you name the budget, that money will also create a lot of noise around the team. We don't know, you know, we have new players also coming in. We don't know how they will feel. Maybe if they decide to name that, oh, we are taking $20 million to the World Cup, Ghanaians will be like, what is going on? We are suffering in the country, and you are taking $20 million to the World Cup. What are we going to eat? Look at our rules. So I think in order to keep all those things, it is good for them to keep it, but we also don't want any kululu, so to say, any fishy thing to happen during, let me say, before, during, and after the World Cup, before they will come and tell us that, oh, it was even $10 million that we sent to the World Cup. No. Everything.
How will we know? How will we know? If they are not selling us the budgets, how will we know that there's no kululu?
So I'm coming right now. If they also tell you the budget, how will you know that it is the real budget they've told you?
That one is another question.
Yes, so I think after the World Cup, if maybe issues come, we can go to the RTI, the Right Information Commission.
My understanding about budget is it should be drawn before the tournament, whatever tournament it is.
Yes, they've already drawn the budget. They've calculated the amount.
And they should tell us if they are not exposing it as they did for the squad, then they shouldn't even come out at all after the World Cup. They should just hide it. Whatever kululu will happen, that one you don't care about it.
You know, some of us feel like this is the time that we need peace around the team. We are just 19 days away.
And even before the AFCON 2022, they just came out with a certain budget. Is it 15 or 20? Is it $25 million, right? That they said they'll be using for both the AFCON
yes, it is $25 million.
So I'm thinking from my calculations, using combinations and permutations, then we are going to use maybe $15 million for the World Cup. And do you think that one is enough for the World Cup? Looking at the real bonuses and everything.
Don't forget, FIFA has also sent money to Ghana for qualifying for the World Cup.
Maybe that one they are going to keep it, or it's going to be an add-up to what they already have.
So I don't know. That money will not go to government. I don't think GFA will give it to government. So, I'm telling you the fact. You know, when issues like that comes up, that's when you hear the FA telling you that we are a body on our own. But they forget that they're operating in Ghana, and without Ghana, GFA isn't existing, Black Stars isn't existing. So I think in order to keep all these rumors away, just maybe they will decide to cover it or not to reveal it then after the World Cup. Because some of us feel like if this thing comes up, we know the agenda people, they will definitely set up. Even right now, as it is not out, it is creating a lot of news But we know Ghanaians, the news will be news within 5-10 days. Then it will no more be news. When the World Cup squad was expected to be released last 2 weeks Friday, and it wasn't released, it was all over the country, everywhere. We expecting the squad, but about 3-4 days later, you know that the tension has come down a little. But imagine the squad was released at that time, and some players that people were expecting them not to be there, they can talk about the players one after the other to the World Cup, distorting everything. So sometimes when you are going to tournaments like that, you try to hide some things. I'm not saying that they should do bad things, but you can decide to keep mute on that. When you come back, then you reveal. Because right now what is happening in the country is not the best. And revealing any amount, I don't know the amount, but revealing any amount is going to some way create disaster. They should do their things right, spend wisely in the World Cup, and come and calculate everything to us. But I think they'll be keeping receipts and everything, because if they come and they go there and do not do things right, commission will be set for them. Some of us,
and I think the commission is not necessary.
It is necessary.
Looking at is it Jamafe committee? We didn't see anything prudence.
You know, but
all right, before you proceed, let me read some comments from my cherished viewers. This is from John Iswan. Hi. Okay, hi to you too. And this is from Prince Rankin. Love you guys. We love you too. John Minta, keep it up. More fire. Thank you very much. And to others. Bedu News TV, Kofi Atinka1. Great job, guys. I wrote to FIFA for Ghana's World Cup provisional squad. And what they told me, very funny. Kofi Atinka, okay, we heard you. So inquiring to know more about Black Stars provisional squad. Okay. You can also join the feed so that you can share your thoughts. We have our link in the comment box. I've pinned it in the comment box, so you can also join us so that you can share your thoughts for the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, preparations towards the World Cup. I'm here with the richest sports YouTuber, Osikeni TV. Now, Osikeni, let's look at some of the teams you'll be facing in the World Cup. Let me say our group opponents. And the first team is we are going to discuss Portugal today. Do you think Portugal will be a hard nut to crack in the first game for the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Portugal will be a very, not just hard, very, Portugal has the qualities. And right now, if you are choosing countries that can win the World Cup, you can add Portugal. The reason being that Portugal has built a team that a lot of people are actually not looking at the team very well. They have a lot of top-notch players performing at the highest level. And in our team, I think we are going to qualify alongside Portugal, not any other nation. We are going to qualify alongside Portugal. Portugal is going to be a very hard one to crack. The hard nut being that go to their goalkeeping departments. They have quality players, quality goalkeepers in there. Rui Patricio, 4 years, Roma, fantastic. Diego Costa is also doing fantastically well. They even have, if you go to Wolverhampton, Jose Sa is also there doing fantastic. So they are solid at the goalkeeping department. Go to the right side. They have top-notch players. Diego Dalot for Manchester United right now, one of the best right backs, if not in the world, in the EPL currently. He's doing very well. He will play over there. If you go to the left side, they also have top-notch players. Nuno Mendes can play. Rafael Guerrero. In the central defense pair, Pepe is in there. Like, they have the men to play. If you go to the midfield as well, yes, Bruno Fernandes is also there. Renato Sanchez, whenever he goes to the national team, he's a beast on his own. Other players in the midfield who will also be giving us challenge. Ruben Neves, John Moutinho, and other players. You go to the attacking phase. Oh, you know already. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos, Javier Tampranos, Emma Tata, Rapino Burkina is there. Then you can talk about the other quality players who are playing there. Bernardo Silva, all the other players can give options to the coach. Now, what has left with Portugal is to take that kind of belief into the teams. In fact, I almost forgot Rafael Leo, one of the best players in fact, the best player last season in the Italian Serie A. So I think they have the team that can surprise the world. Last season, we saw them, or let me say last year, we saw them in the UEFA Nations League. They did exploits, and this is going to be the World Cup that Cristiano Ronaldo thinks that this will be his last World Cup, because now 38 years old, the next World Cup probably he will be around 42 years, I don't think Ronaldo can make it. He's even struggling for playing time right now at Manchester United. So he's going in there to do everything possible to qualify his team. Now, if Portugal want to qualify, one of the countries that they will definitely target will be Ghana, to beat Ghana first. And Ghana, too, we have a certain mentality that we don't start, tournaments on a very good note. Yeah. And I think we should erase that. We should clear that notion from our mind. Because if you go into tournaments with your first game, you are not able to impress, and with your second game, you are not able to come back, that means you are out of the tournament. So I think Portugal is going to be very difficult to beat, because they have solid goalkeeping, solid defense, solid midfield, and great attack. But the Black Stars of Ghana must map a strategy to keep various positions. Tactically, we should be able to work them out. Their system of play isn't really great. So if you go to the Portuguese national team, they believe that they can do it. But if you go to the Portuguese nationals, if you go to Portugal right now, there are some people who think that the coach is not doing enough. They think the coach shouldn't even be there. They want him to be stuck, but he is still working. People do not believe in the team, but the team, I think, they believe in the coach. They've worked years with him. He has won them the UEFA, how do you call it, the Euros, and he has also won them the Nations League. And right now, what they will be gunning for is the World Cup. Before they can proceed to the trophy, they need to beat some of us in the team. And I think Portugal is going to be very difficult. I've been saying that I don't think Ghana will beat them. Yes, we can pick a draw against Portugal if all things are done right. And if win comes, hooray, we are all going to be excited. But hey, it is not going to be an easy game at all. Against Portugal, it's going to be a super cracker.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. And to my cherished viewers, you can join us via the link in the comment box. So you can also join and share your thoughts. We are waiting for you to join so that you can add you to what we are doing. We are building up the nation with you guys, so you can also share your comments. We just can't be watching and not sharing your comments. We just want to know how things are going. Your suggestions are being needed. From John Minta, keep up more fire. Aferi Foster, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Nice comment from Osikeni. All right. Okay. And from Close to, good evening, Chairman. Good evening, boss. I hope everything is fine. So you can also join us via the link in the comment box. Okay, now we are going to take specifically the Portuguese national team and the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. I think we can opt for first 11 for our own side and you know how to discuss. So let's take first 11 for Portugal and first 11 for Ghana. Let's compare them player to player. Let's start from the goalkeeping departments.
So goalkeeper, I should compare Portuguese goalkeeping department to Ghana's own.
Yes. And this is what we are going to do. We are going to link up the Portuguese striking or the attacking departments and the Black Stars defensive or defending departments. Then you know what to do. I get it. Okay. So that you can learn from that.
Okay. So I think with the goalkeeping aspect, let me start from there. The goalkeeping aspect, Portugal is already on top. Rui Patricio from EPL, he ran to AS Roma. He's done exploits with them last year, winning the UEFA Conference League with them. He's a super goalkeeper and being the safest pair of hands for them. I think this could also be his last World Cup for Portugal. Rui Patricio, sure. He has the experience. So definitely, if you look at our goalkeepers, Richard Ofori, today is his birthday. Richard Ofori, happy birthday if you are watching me. Okay. Richard Ofori is also a super goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates, but injuries has cost him a lot. Jojo Wallacott, yes, Wallacott has been on and off. I see him that way. He can give you a good performance in one game, then the next game he is going to be off. And can we rely on such a keeper going into QATAR 2022? Well, it's a big question. Comparing our goalkeeping department right now, who is Black Stars goalkeeper number one? Like, let me ask, who is Black Stars number one? We don't know. Do you know?
We don't know. Yeah, sure.
We don't know. I don't know. If you know, like,
but per our previous games, you can say Jojo Wallacott will be the number one because he was the one who was imposed, who qualified Ghana to the World Cup, and definitely he has gotten that exposure.
So right now, you asked me the question, but I'm coming. Wallacott versus Rui Patricio.
Oh yeah. You can compare them with their recent performance in their various clubs.
You choose one.
Oh, that one, that is very obvious. I think the experience counts. Experience
no
to
match.
count. I get it.
It is no match at all. It is no match at all.
And looking at our goalkeeping department, there is no way any of the goalkeepers can be compared to the Portuguese goalkeepers. Even that of the goalkeepers who are on Wonders. What's his name? Is it Sao so? A certain goalkeeper. Yeah, very, very good indeed. We can't even compare Jojo Olakot to him. Sure.
So I think for that aspect, Charlie, we are not.
That one there we are down. That one we are down.
Now,
okay.
Let me talk about, so like we can only give one goalkeeper the confidence to go, and you don't know what can happen in games. Maybe they'll go, they'll have their day, and they will perform super. That one is also there. But we don't want the kind of goalkeeper who will go and Ronaldo will head ball, he will save it, and he will be jubilating. Our mentality.
And who is that goalkeeper?
Like I said, we don't like that kind of
and who will be that goalkeeper? Who will be that goalkeeper?
Me, I don't know. Like I'm only saying. Because we have a precedence, 2014.
2014.
Yes. Fatal. Dauda Mohamed. Yes. The Lion. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me come to the defense of Ghana Black Stars versus the attack of Portugal. I think last time I made a certain video on it. I need to do it again. If you look at Portuguese attack, Charlie, this one will be lie. They have quality players. You see, we are Ghanaians, so sometimes you'll be overly patriotic.
And I think Diogo Jota will not be coming, right?
Because of injury, he won't be coming. Yeah. Yes. So, like we are Ghanaians, so sometimes we will be too patriotic to speak well of our country. But if you want to talk football facts and statistics, if you take Rafael Leao on the left side, because Diego Jota will not be there, he could be playing on the left side of attack for them. Then on the right side, you give it to Bernardo Silva, who plays for Manchester City. Then in front of them, you put Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos, Aveiro, El Tamperanos, El Matata Rapinoe in there. That player. If you take the front three, if they are going with their 4-3-3 formation, or maybe 4-2-3-1,
definitely they are going to use it.
Yes, let me go with the 4-3-3. Ronaldo being there, Leo here, then Bernardo Silva. Let me also take our defense. Mohamed Salisu, then let me choose Patrick Pfeiffer, then Alexander Jiku. Let me go with this. Or let me use.
Let's use the previous squad that you use for Brazil and Nicaragua.
So let me use Salisu, Jiku, then Amate over there.
So you'll be playing 3-back, right?
Yes, 3-back. It's going to be 3-5. I think the coach will go in the 3-5-2-1 formation. Like 3-5-2. I don't know which one he will go, but I think the 3-5-2.
But to your side, if you were to be in the shoes of the technical
team. To me, 3-5-2 variation will be 3-5-1-1 formation. The 1-1.
3-5-1-1. Oh, okay.
1-1. Yes. Kudos Iñaki. I'll talk about
you. You will get there. So let's continue with the.
Sure. So, with Portuguese, these three guys, Rafael Leao, who plays for AC Milan, he's super, the best player in Italian Serie A. No one can argue about that. Fantastic. It is this year that we are seeing the other players are coming up. But hey, the player is fantastic. He is going to worry us. He has the pace. Therefore, if you are playing that kind of formation, our defenders must be ready to run. If you can't run, go and sit on the bench. I'm sorry. Because Rafael Leao will run. He will run. He will run to the far left side before he breaks a diagonal pass, and there will be just a tapping in there. Sometimes he can run and
just a tapping.
Yes, that's what he has been doing. If you watch AS Roma, AC Milan versus some teams, you definitely see. Usually, he then Olivier Giroud, he will run, just give a diagonal pass. Then there will be the tapping. Sometimes he can also run, cut in, then he shoots. So he is going to worry. He's a fantastic defender. I will take Daniel Amate from that position. Amate, in the past, about 4 matches for Leicester City, has shown that, yes, he can be a reliable defender now. For current times, he's playing very well. He came against Manchester City, who are playing very well, and he did well. Even though his side considered a goal, which wasn't his fault, I think he was fantastic on that day. And if he is going to maintain this kind of form into the World Cup, he can do something about Rafael Leao's threat. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro will definitely be coming up against a player like Alexander Jiku. Area duels, Alexander Jiku should expect Ronaldo to worry us. Jiku is our best player for about a year now, and I think he is currently still our best player. He's injured. We're only hoping that he will return to the field and play in the World Cup. Jiku for Strasbourg has been super, but Strasbourg as a team this season has been very poor. They are not performing well at all. So Jiku coming against Ronaldo, definitely Jiku is going to find it very difficult to deal with him. But we only hope that he can keep him, because Ronaldo right now is not in his best of form. He's aging, and his form has come down a little. But hey, World Cup is World Cup. That is a different stage. When it comes to the club side, it's not going on well in Manchester United. If he goes to the national team, things can change. So it is also going to be very difficult. But I think for that one, I believe Jiku can be up to the task. With the left side, Mohamed Salisu will probably be coming up against Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva from Man City, and Silva won't even be standing around him. He will definitely track back, take the ball, work 1-2 with other players.
He's very skillful. He's very skillful.
So, yes, Salisu over there will give us options. He's very good on the ball, his passing accuracy and everything. So I think Ghana versus Portugal. Portugal will be above us a little with attacking front, but I think our defenders will be ready for the task. I believe in our defenders right now. If you play with a three back, I really believe in them, because if it is difficult or we reach where maybe Ghana has lost the ball, we will definitely get 2 players tracking back to help. Therefore, we will get 5 at the back. And 5 being at the back will definitely keep Ronaldo at bay.
Okay. Then now let's look at our left fullback and the right fullback in terms of the defense coming to support.
Left back, left fullback, left back. Okay. If I'm going for a left back or left fullback, I'll go in with Gideon Mensah. That is if I don't get any other option. But if I want to get a left back who can also operate as going forward as a winger, then if we get Jeffrey Schlupp, I'll play Schlupp in that position. We understand Jeffrey Schlupp has now agreed to join the Black Stars of Ghana, so if he comes, I'll play him there. If you do not have Jeffrey Schlupp, I'll go in with Gideon Mensah. But when you want a player who can give you more options going forward, I think Baba Abdulrahman has proven. He is one player a lot of people do not like in the Black Stars of Ghana's team. But going forward, he gives us more options than Gideon Mensah, and it is a fact. Go and watch Gideon Mensah's games against Nigeria, both home and away. Yes, he was very good on the day, but offensively, he wasn't producing. Against Madagascar, he was very good defensively. Offensively, I didn't see him. Kirin Cup tournaments, yes, he was decent on the left side, but offensively, we do not have a lot of things or a lot of positive we can write about him. And if a team is playing the 3-back system, that means that your 2 right and left wingers or right and left backs should support the attack, because whenever you get the ball, your creativity would definitely be on the wings. Because at that time, if you are playing maybe 3-5-1-1 formation, the midfield will definitely be choked. And when you want options, you are going to send the options to the wings. So here is when you need players who will run to give in crosses for our strikers to finish it, of which we have been poor for some months or almost a year now. But I think if I'm going in for a left fullback, I'll go in with Gideon Mensah. But if I have Jeffrey Schlupp on any day, I'll rely on him for that particular task.
Okay. And now to the right side. Dennis Odoi, Tariq Lamptey.
Sure. Dennis Odoi, Tariq
or
Lamptey.
Ali Dusseidi.
Or Ali Dusseidi, yes. Ali Dusseidi is one player who can really surprise most of us. In fact, he has been super in Black Stars JC. I don't know, maybe I'm the one seeing him as such. I really rate him high. If you go to his club side, Clement Fort, he has been giving very good performance week in, week out. And I think he's one of the best performers since joining the Black Stars of Ghana. We saw him in the Kirin Cup tournament.
Looking at his composure on the field of play, when in the Black Stars Jace, you can see that he's very determined and desperate to be part of the national team. You can see he's ready to give all out. Yeah. So that guy, I really like him a lot.
I think that guy can really give competition in that position.
Sure.
Now, I'm talking about Tariq Lamptey and Dennis Odoi, who looks like one of them will definitely be starting games for Ghana. They are two players with different profiles. If you watch Tariq Lamptey in Brighton and Hove Albion right now, he's not being played as a right back again. If you watch him, he's not played as a right back again. They are now using him more offensively. So if he comes on, it is when they really want to defend, or maybe they are in need of a goal, then they'll bring him to add up to the attack. The last time against Chelsea, he came in and he was playing like a right winger. We all saw what he was doing over there, even though he didn't do much because Brighton was under a lot of pressure. If you look at Hudson-Odoi Frimpong, he's a player who came under a lot of criticism after that Brazilian game, and I think we weren't fair to the player. You see, this is the Brazilian game that, let's face the facts, Thomas Partey decided not to play, and I understood him. I've been standing with that. You are going to play against Brazil, where one, you are playing 4-back. Two, you are playing one DM, one player who is going to show the defense. And that one DM is going to be Partey. We know Partey in that he's been exploring for us. He's a player who wants to free himself, go forward, get the chance, give penetrative passes, then also finish off chances whenever it falls on his way. And you are going to play against players like Neymar, and Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Goes, mention them. And you're only playing Partey to go and defend this team. It wasn't going to work. Now, they decided to create overload on Hudson-Odoi Frimpong on the right back position. And we saw what happened. Because whenever he was going to tackle Vinicius would give the pass to Neymar, but like run beside him, take the pass. So one player was tackling to, and it wasn't going to work. So I think that day he was exposed because we didn't go in with the right.
And he needed Kamaldeen to support him. He needed Kamaldeen Sulemana to support him in some occasions, but that day too, it was very bad for Kamaldeen.
No, but the coach did not help Kamaldeen. Why should you play Kamaldeen on the right side of attack?
So you mean that is not the best position for Kamaldeen in the Black Stars?
Yes, go to Crystal Palace. Jordan has been playing that position. He comes back to support a lot. Why should you play Jordan rather on the left, then bring Kamaldeen on the right? Why you can shift Kamaldeen to the left and bring Jordan to the right?
Sure.
So for me, I thought that sometimes the coaches can deceive us with the formation. By immediately we kick the ball, they can change it. So I was thinking that maybe when we kick the ball, Jordan will come to the right so that he can track back and support. Then Kamaldeen will go to the favorite left side because Kamaldeen has been thriving at the left wing position. So why should we bring him to a position that he's not comfortable with? Definitely he's not going to excel. And if you know Kamaldeen is a left-footed player, and a player who is playing left-footed, whenever he's coming to tackle, definitely he will be going in with the left. And these are players who will pull you to your right side because they are left wingers. They'll pull you to your right side, then dribble you over there. So coming back was always a problem. Whenever he comes to tackle, it wasn't the best. Sure. So I think that like at that part, our technical team failed over there. That is why Hudson-Odoi was exposed big time against the likes of Vinicius. Because he has been coming up against top ringers, but it hasn't been happening like that. The game against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League, you saw what he did. He came up against the likes of Antoine Griezmann, like they were changing position. Matheus Cunha, who also plays for Brazil, he was in there. He was able to keep all of those players at bay. But what happened? What happened against Brazil, and the Ghana team? So I think it is the tactics that we need to go in for. So if we are going with a 3-back, I would definitely recommend Tariq Lamptey to play because Lamptey, if you go with a 4-back, I will not play Lamptey. So for me, choosing the right back position will depend on the kind of formation we are going into the match with. If it is the 3-back formation that I chose, then talking about the 5 midfielders, of which we are going to get the 2 wingers in there, right and left backs. Then I will choose Tariq Lamptey to be in there. Then I'll let Hudson-Odoi Frimpong.
But Otto recently said that he does his selections based on the time they normally get at their various clubs and a whole lot. So looking at Tariq Lamptey's time at Brighton and Hove Albion recently, I think Hudson-Odoi's own surpassed him, right?
I don't think. I think we saw that news. I think it was one German tactician or something who said it. And if it is like that, like I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
No. So you want to tell me that if we want to make selections based on that, are we going to call Afenejan ahead of other Ghanaian players who are playing?
You will get to the striking department. You don't worry.
No,
We get to
no,
that
no, no.
place.
Yes, I understand you. We have, okay, now if we were even going according to that, that means that we will call Andy Yadom and leave out Tariq Lamptey. Because
Sure,
yes, Tariq has not been playing, and the other has been playing day in and day out for Reading. So I think,
and who knows, and Yadom might be part of the provisional squad.
He's one player that can shock us, you know.
Sure.
Because the last time one assistant coach was interviewed, that's George Boateng, he said that yes, Ghana, you have a lot of options at the right back. And the other was one of the players he mentioned among the four. He mentioned Tariq Lamptey, Dennis Odoi Frimpong, Ali Dusedu, and Andy Yadom. So if you are talking about those four, definitely he is going to be there. And I think he has Yes, he has been decent for Reading for the past 1 year. He is now their captain and he's doing very good. So for me, with the three back that I chose, definitely I'll go in with Tariq Lamptey as my right back position. Yes, I will choose him for that position.
Okay. Before you move on to the middle, let me just go to my cherished viewers. You can also join the feed, whatever language you can speak, being it Igbe, French, Chi, English, whatever. Yeah, you the Baba. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What about Hausa?
No, Hausa there.
Hausa there, oh, okay. All right. So we have the link in the comment box. You can just tap on it via that one and you join us to share your thoughts. Whatever language, you can just come up and we will all discuss the Black Stars ahead of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. God bless our homeland Ghana and make us great and strong. That is what we are all looking out for. Okay, Osikeni, continue on. The time is yours.
Midfield, right?
Yeah.
So let me say the defensive midfield role.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe you can start it from there.
So I think Ghana should get two players in there. Two players in the sense that you should get two pivots, two players who will stand in front of the defense. And I'll go in with, first of all, we know Partey will play. Partey, no matter what, he will start. Then I'll add to Partey Salih Abdul Samad. We are yet to see him going into Qatar. I think we should test Partey and Salis against Switzerland. We should test them at least, if not for the start of the match.
Yeah, even that will be our last topic for the day, going in against Switzerland. So you get to that point.
Yes. But I'm only using it like to talk about the defensive midfield.
Oh, I do understand perfectly.
Yes, because someone may say that the player is yet to make his debut for the Black Stars of Ghana. Why are you making a case for him? Because he's one of the best players in the French League One currently. If you are talking about 2 or 3 midfielders in the French League One, you cannot talk about them and leave out Salih Abdul Samad.
Recently, I think just either today or yesterday, he was being ranked the number 6 at that position.
Yes. He was in the top 10 best performers in the French League One. And even Alcine Lens, if you go to their club, they have been discussing about him. They are now liking him to one of their best ever midfielder, Sheikh Dukori, who came to play for them. They think that he is even doing wonders more than Sheikh Dukori. So he's a fantastic midfielder. If you go to Alcine Lens, he plays with Fofana, and he has been allowing Fofana to do whatever he wants because you have a player to shield you at the back. If you go to Arsenal, Partey is allowed to move freely, dictate the pace of the game because he has Granit Xhaka who will be doing that kind of rough work for the team. So I think Ghana, we shouldn't overburden Partey. That is the reason why right now Arsenal has now gotten the key to make Partey be a fit player for almost every game. Right now, they are not allowing Partey to go in with those one-on-one challenge again, hecklings. No. They have allowed him to dictate the pace of the game. Immediately they get the ball, they will look for Partey. Partey now dictate the pace of the game. That's what Black Stars we should do. We should get a player who will do that rough work for us in the shape of Salih Abdul Samad. They allow Partey to go forward a little as maybe the number 8, so that Salih will play the number 6, as we know as football lovers in Ghana.
Okay.
So the 6.
So are you using Partey as a defensive midfielder here or a central midfielder?
Yes,
Partey, two of them, who are you using for the defensive midfield? Or you are using both for defensive midfielders?
Yes, the DMs will be 2. That will be Partey and Salih. but one will be doing more rough work, and the other will just be dictating the pace of the game.
So can I opt Wakasu for you?
Yes, Wakasu can do it, but Wakasu too has some kind of things about him that if you are going to tournaments and you want to rely on such a player, you may go out of the tournament very early. Because Wakasu will go in for 5 tackles, and out of the 5, he'll commit 4 fouls. And we know the position of Wakasu. Wakasu plays as a defensive midfielder. That position, usually when you are defending, will be around your box. That means it's going to cause a lot of free kicks. And in Ghana, we are not good at defending free kicks. So if you are going in for Wakasu, you must know your burden or what you are also going in for. You know the free kicks that have been scoring us in the last AFCON.
Okay, before you proceed, let me add Kwame Lao's photography is here. Okay, let me add him.
Sure.
I think he's off. Okay, let me add. Okay. Kwame Lao's photography, the best photographer in the world. Okay. Hello?
His network is network.
Yeah, I think the network is very bad.
It will come. Ghana, they so now. It will come.
Well, not in this spot.
Kwame, can you please check your network for me?
Hello.
Or can you hear me? If you can hear me. Yeah,
no,
you're in. Okay. All right. So you can also share your comments, either being a suggestion or whatever you think. The richest sports YouTuber has spoken. He said,
I'm saying that Kwame should stand at one place and talk. He's moving. That's why.
Yeah. It's like you're just moving about.
Okay, then let me hang up. When I get to the place, then I'll call. I'll join again.
But we can hear your voice is what we need, okay?
Okay.
We just need your voice. So your suggestions, whatever you think it is. Kwame. Okay, I think he's out now. Osigeni, proceed. Let's move on. I think the network is distorted and Osigeni will also join. All right. Whatever suggestions you have, you can also add up and you know what to do. So we are just waiting for your suggestions. Whatever language you feel like speaking, being it Twi, English, Hausa, Igbo, whatever you think is a language, and you can just speak for people to understand. That is what we need on this platform. We are still discussing the Black Stars provisional squad for the World Cup. There's surprises in the squad, and the sports minister has spoken. Let me add Osikeni.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, all right. Osikeni, you can proceed.
Oh, okay. So I can proceed to the midfield, right?
Yeah, we are in the defensive midfield. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I was on Partey and Salis. So I think, yes, we should try and play Partey and Salis together and see how things will work out. Idris Ubaba for RCD Maloka has been super for them. If you look at his play and everything, but he has been highly criticized whenever he comes to the Black Stars of Ghana. We think that he do not progress the ball enough. He gives back passes whenever he comes to the national team. But why is it that he has been giving offensive passes or forward passes whenever he goes to RCD Maloka? I think it is because of our style of play. Our style of play hasn't given him the best, style to also play on the pitch. Whenever he gets the ball, he's being pressed. Therefore, he is now, he's not left with any other option than just to pass back. So I think we should weigh our options, look at the best way to use, Baba Idrisu in the team, and I think things can work right for the Black Stars of Ghana. We also have other midfielders. We can talk about Elisha, who also plays for Gent, and other players that we can also call on them. But for me, I'll go in for Salis Abdul Samad and Thomas Tepate, who I do not have to describe him already. Yes, he's doing very well for us now.
Oh, okay. I hope you are comparing them with the Portuguese.
Yeah, Portugal. So with the Portuguese, the right back position definitely to go for.
I think the network is quite distorted, and Osikeni is here, but the network is distorting. You can also change the face and share your suggestions, whatever it is, be in your comments, a suggestion. They are all deeply welcome. Yeah, I think the network, we are here in Ghana, so I think they will just pardon us for that. The network is quite appalling when it comes to some of the networks. I'm not here to do adverts, but some of the networks, very, very appalling. Yeah, Osikeni, I can see you are very eager, but the network. Okay. Osikeni is here, the richest YouTuber, the richest sports YouTuber is here. Yeah.
They hide me too much, I beg you.
Oh, yeah. I know you are the richest sports YouTuber. And of course,
my name is Osikeni, and you know my source of income.
Oh, no, I mean, that is Osikeni.
I reach out to you. Right? No, I reach out to you for the money. So you are my source. So you are the boss. You know.
No, I cannot be your source. No.
You can't pay the day. So you are the boss, but you don't talk. Okay,
no. Okay, Osikeni, proceed. Okay.
All right. So I'm looking at Portugal. Definitely, they will be coming with Diego Dalot at the right back position. He's doing very well, and I think he is going to maintain that position going into QATAR 2022. If you go to PSG, they also have Nuno Mendes, who is playing very well for their team. And I think they have been using him more often. So I think they are also going to use him in the left back position. So they also have options like Rafael Guerrero, who can also play in that position. But I think they will give it to Nuno Mendes, who have been performing very well for their club. With their defensive midfield role, I think they have a lot of players. Ruben Neves, who plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers, has been performing very well whenever he goes to the national team. They also have William Carvalho, who plays for Real Betis. He has also been doing well. They also have Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. In fact, they have a lot of players in there. Renato Sanchez and the other guy.
Yeah.
I think they'll go in with Renato Sanchez, then also go in with a player like maybe Bruno Fernandes. They will allow Bruno to go forward. Then Renato will do the work at the back. Then they will also play this guy, Ruben Neves. Yes, they don't joke with Ruben Neves at all in the national team. So they will go in with Ruben Neves. Then they will also play Renato Sanchez and Bruno Fernandes. So I think for them they also have the quality in the midfield, and definitely they will be bringing on players like Carvalho whenever they need be. For and other players too.
So now your formation for the Black Stars is 4. Is it 3?
No, 3, 5, 1, 1.
Oh, okay. So the 5 at the midfield. Who are the 5? You just mentioned Partey, Salis, and who again?
Okay. So then I have to mention all of them so that we get to know. So now, the 3 at the back. I have on the left side of the 3 will be Mohamed Salisu. In the middle will be Alexander Jiku. Then on the right side is going to be Daniel Amate. So I have the 3 at the back. With the right back position, I'll give it to Tariq Lamptey. Then on the left will be Gideon Mensah. So the 3 is there. Then the midfield will be 5. But the 5, I have 3 here. The 3 are, and I've already given you 2. That's Tariq Lamptey on the right. Then Gideon on the left. So in the midfield, we are going to get 3 now. The 3 will be Thomas Partey, Salis Abdul Samed, then Daniel Kofishere. This is going to be the 3 over there. So when they add up to the 2 on their size, then it will become 5 in there.
Oh,
okay. Now I go to the front or the forwards. The forwards, I think I've mentioned this already. Kudus will be there. Then Iñaki will play up front. So that is how it is going to be.
So you are going to compare Iñaki to that of the Portuguese defenders.
Iñaki versus the Portuguese defender. I think that one, Iñaki will stand tall. Iñaki will stand tall in the sense that he has been performing very well more than their defense. You know, Portugal have an aging defense a little bit, but I think they also have the quality. They have a quality because coming up against Pepe. But Iñaki Williams will excel because he has the pace to outrun any of their defenders. And this time around, the job will be done not only by Iñaki, but with Kudus partnering Iñaki. Because if you have Kudus partnering him, they can just be running around them, and we are going to cause a lot of havoc.
But you can have a partner, but this partner supporting you might be an issue. I hope you get that. I mean, Kudus and Iñaki. Kudus can partner Inaki do, but whatever, maybe he's not giving Inaki the passes. I hope you get my point.
No, he will give.
I mean, you just saw that.
You
and
know,
people were complaining.
Like if you go for the 3-5-2 formation, which has the variation of 3-5-1, that 3-5-1-1, the 1-1.
And let me read this out to you from Ishmael Mohammed. Baba Idrisu is better than Salis in terms of long passing and defending, but general passing is Salis because he is. I think maybe some typing errors, but his short passing is that is his short passing and grounding passing. That is what you want to talk about here.
Okay, all right.
So he is just opting that Baba Idrisu is better than Salis in terms of long passing.
He said that he's better than him in terms of long passes.
Long passing. But
so he came back to settle on the fact that Salis is better.
Okay. But what about Partey? But Partey can do that job too. So I think you going with Salis for the short passes and everything. It's Partey going with Salis for the short passes is okay because Partey can give out the long passes, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that is perfect.
Because the Ghana team, one thing that we have been lacking until recently is how to create chances.
Sure.
How to create chances was a huge problem that we needed to solve. Against Nigeria, we saw what happened in Kumasi. We played very well. We were not able to create chances and bury them. Therefore, the game ended in goalless. We went to Moshida Bila Sports Stadium. It was that Thomas Partey's long shot that actually caused problem for Francis.
That is a magical long shot.
So I think if we allow Partey to go for it, he can give that kind of penetrative passes to our attackers to also do well. So if you have Partey and Daniel Kofichire, the two players can do well. We saw Kofichire against Nicaragua. He was doing very well for the team. So if you get Partey and Kofichire, they can help.
But one thing is they can play the ball in the middle, but they can't give out the passes for it to be a chance. Are you getting it? That is my problem now. Kudus can play as he can, as much as he can, but just creating it to be a chance, he doesn't. That is giving the ball out to the striker.
Okay.
That is my problem now.
Kudus is the player.
You have good attacking midfielders.
Okay.
Yes, but they're giving the ball to the main striker or the leading attacker. That one is a problem.
That is the more reason why I'm saying that we should free Partey so that Partey will start doing that job for the Black Stars of Ghana. If Partey goes forward, you understand? If Partey is there, then Daniel Kofichire is there. Kofichire, you've gotten the ball. Partey is calling for you. You will release it to him. You will do so. Against Nicaragua, we saw that because I think we were not getting someone to control them on the pitch. Against Nicaragua, it happened. No one was telling them that, hey, do this or do that. The striker was just frustrated. He will run, no pass will come. No player was there to command or to tell them what to do on that day. So I think it's happened.
We had our captain in there. He should be doing that if the coach is not doing. The captain should be doing that.
Well, I can't really talk about that. Whether he did it or he did not do it, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think maybe it might be the formation, what the coach wanted them to do. That's what they did. All right. I think Osikeni network is quite disturbing. But this is from Coach Wood.
Okay.
Osikeni, yes, he just all right. Okay. Osikeni
this network thing.
It's very bad. It's very bad. But we have to manage. I think they do understand the system, how it is. So definitely they will just work with us. With all the respect.
So per what you are saying, it also comes back to buttress my points that we need to go with a third back. In a sense that we are not only going to create chances through the middle, but we're also going to get options on the wings. If you play a player like Tariq Lamptey, he can go forward, bring in crosses, which can cause problems. I like teams that usually create chances from the wings, even more than those creating chances from the middle.
Attacking midfielders, yeah.
Yes, because if you create it from the wings, you can just bring in a hard cross. It can even deflect an opponent's defender, then it will score. It can be an own goal. So, yes, it happens.
Yeah, I do understand perfectly.
Those are the kind of luck that we need. So if Black Stars is playing right now, I do not want us to concentrate only creating the chances in the midfield. Sometimes you can get a very good defensive midfielder and central defense there who are going to keep your midfielders at bay or in mute. You need to now change your style of attack to the wings. That is when we are going to utilize Tariq Lamptey and whether Baba Abdurrahman or Gideon Mensah or Jeffrey Schlupp very well. If you have Schlupp, I think he can do that very, very well for the Black Stars of Ghana. And also Tariq Lamptey on the right, they can actually produce something for us. So Partey can give those incisive passes that we need, penetrative passes, defense-splitting passes for the Black Stars of Ghana. Daniel Kovic, I think he needs to be talked to a little bit.
Sure.
He plays very well.
He needs to be talked to, yeah.
Yes, he plays very well. He plays decently for Black Stars.
Very good, very good, skillful,
But he's a player who always wants to shoot. He wants to score. Then Kudus also wants to score. Whenever it happens like that, your striker is not going to get enough balls to feed on. So everything is going to be dried up. And that is the bad thing that I think it's happening, especially against Nicaragua. And I think we can just work that thing out. We should speak to the players. Kudus, we know Kudus, whenever he gets a chance, you shoot. It is good. In a team, you have to get players who can shoot from let's say, behind the 18-yard box. We should get players like that. Then you also have a striker who is ready to finish it in the 18-yard box. Then you also get other players who are also ready to feed them with the balls. We are good to go. So I think we need all those kind of players to blend in order for the team to gel in the Mundial that we are going to play.
Exactly. Okay, let's wrap up with this one. This is from the assistant coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, Masoud Dramani. He said, and I quote, "The Switzerland game will really tell what we are going to do in Qatar, and I believe the team will be ready. We are very positive in what we are doing, and we only have control of what we can do. We learned a lot from the game against Brazil and against Nicaragua. We also learned how to play against a team which can sit back and soak pressure from their opponents." That is what he recalled from the assistant coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars, at Graphic Sports today.
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
Without you asking me the question, I don't believe so. That what will happen in the Switzerland game is also going to determine what we are going to do in the World Cup. I don't believe so.
So what are your thoughts or opinions? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Osigeni, what are your opinions on this? Do you agree with the assistant coach or not?
I don't agree. I don't agree on a lot of reasons. You know, when teams are going to play the World Cup, we are going to play against Switzerland on the 17th of November. Now the World Cup will kickstart on the 20th of November.
We have exactly 16 days more. We have 16 days more. Yeah.
Yes, for that friendly. We have 16 days for the friendly. Then we have 19 days for the World Cup to begin. Now, after that particular game, 1 week after, Ghana will play our first match against Portugal. Now, this is what will happen. After the Switzerland game, Switzerland will play their game even less than a week. Their first game in the World Cup in less than a week. What will happen is that players will not be ready to do everything on the pitch. They will not be ready to give their all because I have it at the back of my mind that I'm going to play the World Cup. This is just a friendly. Do you think I'm going to give my all? I won't do that because we have precedents where players will go into the final friendly and they will pick up a knock and they will be exempted from the squad for the World Cup. And I don't think the Ghanaian players or the Swiss players, they are going to go in with everything that they have. It won't happen like that. Switzerland is a very good opposition that we shouldn't say that what will happen in that game will determine our outcome in the World Cup. No. If Switzerland will not even come in with their best 11, their subs are going to worry. The likes of Severovic and the other players in there are going to cause a lot of havoc. We know Zedan Shaqiri is there. Manu Akanji is there. They also have Granit Xhaka, who is also there. They have very good. We shouldn't underrate them at all. And their goalkeeper is one of the best in the world. Jan Sommer.
But he's saying that we will be ready then. And whatever comes out from that game will be a true reflection of what will transpire at Qatar.
That's why I'm saying I don't agree, because there are going to be a lot of factors to play a part in that particular game. This can be a game that players may not be willing to give their all. unlike the World Cup itself.
Sure,
so when it
sure.
happens like that, how can you assess the players very well? In this kind of game, the players who will be willing to give their all are the players who are not starters or who are not key members of the team. They will be willing that, okay, let me prove something to the coach so that the coach can start me in the World Cup games. But if you go and start a player like Partey, a player like Kudus, a player like Alexander Jiku, who may be coming from injury, I don't think he's even going to, fight, do everything possible in that game to win. Why are you winning that game too? If you win, what are you going to get from it? You're not going to get anything from it. So if you go and pick up a knock and you are exempted from
and that one reminds me of the last World Cup. I think Jerry Akamenko, right?
Akamenko.
Yeah,
Jerry
against
Akamenko.
Netherlands. I stand to be corrected. I think against Netherlands. That one was against Netherlands, right?
Yes, Netherlands. Yes. It was the same game that made Ghana lost the Jerry Akamenko.
Yeah.
One super defender at that time. Yes. Yeah. At that time, we were all thinking that this player was going to the World Cup with us. Then that friendly game, he picked up a lot. It has happened to a lot of players. I think, is it like Kinston or some other players?
Like Kinston and I think another guy too. Ajimanbedu, 2010 World Cup.
Yes, Emmanuel Ajimanbedu. It has been happening to a lot of players. Yeah. So I think it is better that you do not put pressure on the players that go and prove something to Ghanaians in this game. Ghana, we know our team. We know that we are the wonder club in the World Cup. Every time we go to the World Cup, we are in for the wonders, but not the friendly game before the World Cup. We don't want to. We have gone to World Cup that in our friendly games we were very bad, but we went to the World Cup and proved what we can do. So this is not the time to say that, against Switzerland we are going to win. Don't forget, Switzerland just recently they beat Spain.
Sure.
Yes, they beat Portugal too recently. So we shouldn't underrate them or say that our performance against Switzerland will determine. No, it will never determine.
That one is not so. Okay, so you don't agree with Coach Masoud Dramani?
To me, I don't.
Okay. So what are your expectations? Are you going to limit your expectations from what you've said or what you've seen about the senior national team, the Black Stars, ahead of the 2022 World Cup?
Oh yes, I'm going to limit my expectations. The players themselves. Sometimes a coach can be speaking to the player and the player will also be speaking in his mind. This coach, man, what are you talking about? We should go and fight to win this match. For what? So I will just be expecting two things. One, very good tactics in the game, and two, very good in-game reading abilities from the coach. These are two things that if you are going to the tournament, you should be able to do. Let's say you start an 11 and maybe that starting 11 is not doing well. How can you read it very early to make changes before you start conceding? It is very key. You don't concede. Now after conceding, before you get to know that, okay, I should have done this. By that time, it might be too late. Or let's say you started the game and in the game you are seeing that you are being played, you are being outplayed in all aspects of the game or in the various departments of the game. You need to quickly make some kind of change. So I'll be looking out for a very good tactics against Switzerland. We should play a decent game. We should be compact at the back. We should be compact in the midfield. We should see the strikers creating chances. Even if you are not able to finish them, I think it will be cool. But I'm not expecting Ghana to win this game. If we win, fine. If we don't win and we play good football, I think I'm going to be okay with it. Against Nicaragua, we won. We played good football. We didn't win with many goals, but we were okay because we saw a team that was creating chances. And that is what I want to see. Yeah, sure.
Okay. This is a general question someone is asking, but specifically to Osikeni. How can the head coach of Black Stars unlock Partey to give, I think it's the same performance he gives to Arsenal? That is what he wants to ask here.
So I think it's exactly what I said. Partey being used at Arsenal is different from Partey being used in the Black Stars of Ghana. In Ghana, we really overload him with a lot of things. But if he goes to Arsenal, he's free. To watch him, usually when Arsenal is in possession attacking, you will find Partey in the third half of the pitch. The pitch, if you divide it into three, you will see him in the third half, meaning that he has been given the liberty to go forward. Therefore, he has the chance to shoot. That is why this season he has scored 2 bangers or 2 super strikes. One against Tottenham Hotspur and one against Nottingham Forest. Super goals. So if we get a player who we can rely on as a DM, we can free Partey to also go forward and do lots. We shouldn't forget Partey is injury prone, and we cannot overload him in the midfield. We shouldn't allow him to tackle, going here and there. I don't think it is going to help Ghana Black Stars and Partey as a player as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Osikeni. We do appreciate your time that you've shared with us here on this particular platform. We shall meet again. I think we'll be doing this subsequently for people to also share their thoughts. Yeah.
I also appreciate one of the biggest.
We are much grateful. And to the cherished viewers of both, to the cherished viewers of both Osikeni TV and Manuel TV Sports Channel, we appreciate your efforts. So I will end here today, and we shall meet in our subsequent discussions. Until we meet again, as a Frenchman will say, au revoir.
Money no they like noise. Bye bye.